Hey folks, back in the game here. In this video, we're going to go through two 2025 Topps Allen and Ginter hobby boxes. Stay tuned. So this is a brand new configuration this year. First of all, the boxes are very, very, very different. They used to be sort of long and flat. These are not that. Let's see. So they changed the number of hits to 2 instead of 3, which is a bummer. My understanding is they've gotten rid of box toppers. Also a bummer. You could get rip card box toppers. There's this interesting little seal here. So I like that. Allen and Ginter is a niche set. Not everyone likes it. I happen to like it quite a bit. They also came out with a Mitchell and Ness version of this, and I opened it and it's posted on the channel. I didn't particularly enjoy that. Maybe because it was just like opening a smaller box, and I didn't get, I didn't get a Mitchell and Ness redemption. I don't think any of that is in here. I don't know for sure. It would seem weird if it was. So configuration is 24 packs per box, 8 cards per pack, and we're going to get 2 hits. And hits means, so it's got it right here. Hits means autograph cards, relic cards, printing plates, rip cards, or booklets. So that's, probably relic cards are the most likely. I have seen autographs coming out of these at a fair clip, I guess. I haven't watched a ton of openings, but I've seen some. So we'll do a little box battle. We'll see which one is better. This will be a long video. If you're just interested in the hits, you can either watch the short that I'll post at some point afterwards, or if you just skip to the end, you can see my hits. So interesting, the inside of the box. Look at that. There's a divider in there. I think that's kind of a throwback to how the tobacco cards used to come. So that's cool. Let's see what we get. All right, Jimenez, Fitzgerald, Coleman, Brandon Coleman, musician, Perez, Churio. There's a flipped around Kerry Carpenter. That is a, okay, well that's interesting. So this is a foil, like a rainbow foil. In the Mitchell and Ness box, there was only chrome. There was no rainbow foil. So our mini is King Felix, and it does have an A&G back. That's what the A&G backs look like this year. And then there's a bunch of these little World Series inserts. I enjoy it when inserts all look different. Like something like Precious Metal Gems or All Aces or something like that. Those are the things I kind of like to collect. If it's all got the same border, it doesn't interest me. So there's a Bryan Cranston in a Dodgers uniform. Very cool. Mattingly, Machado, Rocket. Here's another. Okay, so this one is chrome. All right, so we can get both. So that's a Christian Campbell chrome. That's very nice. He was one of the top Chase rookies this year. We have a Lou Brock, George Kell, and then this is the other insert you're going to see a lot of, and that's Wicked Curves. And if this was, some sort of different something around there each time, that would be totally cool with me. But it doesn't seem to be the case. They all look the same. So likely for this set, I'm going to find one of the mini inserts that I like and collect those. Probably that's it. I don't think I'll make the full set. Clark rookie. Mason Wynn. Cal Ripken. Here is a chrome. Is that? Yeah, that's chrome. Does it say chrome anywhere though? So it's even a refractor. It doesn't say chrome. It is easy to tell, but it doesn't say it. So anyway, Jacob Wilson refractor rookie. That's pretty nice. Then we have a Wes Bergman. That's a foil. And then we have a State Birds. So I assume there's 50 of these. Eastern Goldfinch from Iowa. And then Yankees World Series. Campanella. Imanaga. Zach Gallen. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wrong pile. Kumar Rocker. Louder rookie. Allen. Here is a Juan Marichal. And then Fergie Jenkins on the Wicked Curves. Yeah, so it looks to me, based on everything I've opened, that in every single pack you either get a Wicked Curves or a one of those World Series cards. Lindor, Tovar, Clemente, Shaw rookie. Here's a McGreevy rainbow foil rookie. Kurt Gibson on the World Series, and then Molina. So I haven't got either of our hits yet. There's Drake Baldwin, rookie card. Green, Locklear rookie. Carlton, George Sisler, Pee Wee Reese. This is Keenan Thompson, Allen and Ginter back, and Wicked Curves. So I'm taking these all out of one side, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Okay, McCray rookie, Rischel, Soto, Luke Keeschel rookie, Christy Mathewson. Here's a Leslie Arfin, writer artist. That's a rainbow foil. Here is Hassel the Third, regular mini, and then another World Series one. I mean, I guess a specific team, like if you're a Yankees fan or a Dodgers fan where you have multiple World Series, maybe that would be interesting. But those aren't super interesting to me. Soler, Biggio, this is interesting to me. So I've always had an affinity for lighthouses. I've got a lighthouse in my backyard, one of those, you know, just it's not even a bird feeder. It's just a decoration, I guess. So I may collect these. So that's Light the Night. And that's the Biloxi Lighthouse in Biloxi, Mississippi. And then another Wicked Curves. Felix Hernandez, Ethan Zahn, Fermin, Chipper, Louis Arise. Here is a rainbow foil of Bob Gibson, Sway Callaway on the black border. Cool. Then Kirby Puckett in the World Series. Boyd, Barnett, Schneeman, Hornsby. Here's a chrome Gilbert, Chad Gilbert, musician. Yount, Wade Boggs, Wicked Curves. All right. Okay, so there's our first hit coming up. I don't know what it'll be. Let's pull this stuff from the back. We have the World Series. We have the A&G back on Romine. Fitzgerald on the rainbow foil. We have Ichiro and Franchitti. So it is numbered to 50. Hopefully an autograph. Robin Yount autograph to 50. That's a Hall of Famer. That's pretty cool. I'm sure some people will enjoy that. All right, so this is the last pack in the first half of the first box. All right, Drewski, Bo Bichette, Lou Gehrig, DJ Khaled, Abrams, Rock Raines, Paul Molitor, and Wicked Curves. All right, let's open the second half. I mean, we got lots of parallels in there. I like that. You know, I think the only place we're gonna get numbered is on the autograph or the mem. So I'm fine with that. Fitzgerald, Chapman, Altuve, Hyun Kim. Wow. So you can get X-Fractors. Did not know that. So that is J-Rod. Very nice. And a Bo Bichette on the rainbow foil. This is like a postcard from Hilton Head. And then Manny, is that Manny Ramirez? Yeah. On the World Series. All right, Bob Gibson. Is that Arfin again? We're starting to get some repeats. Acuna, Berrios, Tucker, Young, and then Jackson Holiday. McGreevy, Bergman, Baum, Duran, Kell on the rainbow foil, Brewski on the rainbow foil, and Schoendeist, red Schoendeist on the mini. And then another of those World Series. Yeah, for inserts, if you're only having two, I don't need an insert every other pack. I mean, I don't need the two inserts, one in each pack. The two insert sets, one in every pack. That's just weird to me. Lauren Elena, Randy Johnson, Bogarts, Larson, Hank Aaron on the A&G back. Bliss, rookie. Sagasi, rookie. DJ Mighty Me. Riley, Kirby. Ichiro on the rainbow foil. There is a 50 Fish from Global Waters. The one I got out of my my other box, my Mitchell and Ness box, was a shark, and I thought for a second it was a whole thing of sharks, and I thought that'd be super cool. Mayer, Tovar, Maddox, Cam Smith, Chrome rookie, another one of the rookies that people were looking for this year. Bunnings, here's our Chrome mini. Got one of those in the last box too. Wicked Curves. It seemed to me last year that inserts, there was a much bigger variety of the big inserts, not the mini inserts. So a little disappointing in that. Sugano, Ryan, Dana, Eddie Murray, Drew Romine on the rainbow foil, Campanella Black, and another World Series. All right, Alcantara, Aldeguerri, Kind. What's that guy's name? Richard Kind. Ricky. Here is a silver filigree of Ben Rice, rookie. Vladdy, Big Poppy, and Wicked Curves. Dylan Cruz, Terrell, Sheldon, Shanuel, Alvarez, Matthew Boyd on the rainbow foil, Babe Ruth, A&G back, All right, what do we have? 3 packs left. And in those 3 should be our second hit. Bobby Witt, Seager, Bo Jackson, Prepon, I recognize her, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. Suzuki, Willie McCovey. This is Stanton. And then another Wicked Curves. Powell, Fitzgerald, Conine. There is our second hit. It is a Xander Bogaerts mem. And it is, so these are cool. Look what it says. Memorabilia contained in this card is a game-used piece of equipment or uniform from an official MLB game from the featured athlete, but may not be from the event depicted on the image of the card, which is exactly what most mems are. So I like it that they called it out. Ethan Zahn on the rainbow foil. Then we have State Birds. That is a Hermit Thrush from Vermont. And then a World Series. Graziati, Joey Graziati, TV personality. Mackenzie Gore, Alvarez, Livy Dunn. So that's been a pretty popular chase, I guess. Bregman, Johnny Bench, Abrams, and Wicked Curves. All right, I'm going to organize this slightly, and then I'm going to open that other box. So, you know, I got to say, the hit in that box, I'll take it. I like the Robin Yount auto to 50. That's probably a decent card. I'll throw some comps up on the screen probably when I pulled it. I think it's very cool. I wish it was 3 mems. I mean, not 3 mems. I wish it was 3 hits. A little bummer it's not. And I'm super bummed about the lack of variety of big inserts. You know, not that I collected them all last year, but it was cool pulling them out. So it's probably going to be fairly difficult to beat a Hall of Fame on-card autograph to 50. But we'll see. See what we get here. McCray, Reichel, Riley, Kirby, Bunning on the, that's a rainbow foil. Then Elko on the rainbow foil. 2 rainbow foils, no minis in that one. Ben Rice, Sagano, DeGrom, Molina. There's a Keenan Thompson Chrome. There's a Jamie Chung Rainbow Foil. Alex the Great Licensed Therapy Bunny on the black. That's cool. Alcantara, Aldegiri, Chung, Ballesteros, Rock Reigns, Rod Carew, Dylan Cruz, Terrell, there we go, Nick Kurtz, Hassel, Boggs, O'Neill Cruz on the rainbow foil, and then Ernie Banks on the Ellen and Ginter back. Be sure to check your minis when you're done if you're opening some. There certainly could be like Brooklyn backs and all sorts of different backs they used to have. I'm not sure if they're all in this set, but it's always a good idea to check because some of those are hand numbered. Jeff Bagwell, J-Rod, Verlander, Emma Roberts, State Bird. That's American Robin from Connecticut. Wicked Curves. Graziati, Gore, Elko, Stan the Man, Junior Caminero, Don Larson. Shet, Fitzgerald for the third time, Trout, Conine, Bregman, Willie Mays on the rainbow foil, Luis Angel Acuna on the rookie design variation. First one I've seen, so that's cool to know that those did not go by the wayside. Gibson, Arfin, Beltran, Betts, Festa, Reese, Mike Trout, regular back, McGreevy, Bregman, Martinez, bummer. I mean, it's nice to get Sammy Sosa mem for sure. He's still a pretty popular guy. And it's an Allen and Ginter back, it looks like. So that's slightly different than the other mem, yeah. Okay, I like that. AGR. So that's, I think, a little bit of a special version, maybe. Uh-oh, a Nick Kurtz parallel. I'll take that. So that's a rainbow foil Nick Kurtz. Very nice. Devers, Aston, Biggio, Mike Schmidt on the Allen Ginter back. Bliss, Sagasi, Sasaki, Brock, Wyatt Langford, Hank Aaron on the rainbow foil, Beltran, Wicked Curve. All right, this is the last pack in the first half of the second box. All right, so is that a chrome card? All right. Reggie Jackson, Roberts, Cruz, Molitor. That is Cam Smith on the chrome. I think we got one of those already. Rory Eel on the 50 fish. Sorbello. Contreras, Greg Maddux, Necro. There's a stamp. Why is that not focusing? Cardiff by the Sea in California. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the focus. It's acting very odd. Felix Hernandez, Zahn, Chris Sale, Dana, Murray, J-Rod on the rainbow foil, black border, Dave Winfield. So it's really difficult if the mini is just a little different kind of mini. It's really difficult to sell those online, and they don't seem to be, you know, very exciting on COMC or any of those places. So I'm going to attempt to sell. I've got a bunch of the parallels. I'm going to attempt to sell them at a card show this spring. Shanuel, Pena, I think it's a very niche group that would like it. That's a Tony Gwynn Chrome. Kel, Ferguson Jenkins on the Chrome Mini. I have not seen an Ohtani card yet. I assume he's in the set. Boyd, Romine, Nolan Ryan, Nacho Alvarez, Suzuki, Larry David on the rainbow foil, Gore, Wicked Curves. Schemes. Here is Gary Sheffield in a Dodgers uniform on the filigree. Allen, Marte, Cobb, Clark, Kind, Abrams, Altuve, Naylor on the rainbow foil, Schneemann. Alright, so I think about 4 packs left. Got a dog barking outside, sorry about that. Campanella, Ricky Henderson, Bryan Cranston on the chrome, that might be worth a little something. Devers, look at that. 5 of 5 Corbin with a fantastic patch in there. Wow. I don't know which one would be worth more. I guess patches aren't as exciting. I don't know. That is super cool. That's the second really nice patch I've gotten in a couple weeks. So 5 of 5 Corbin. That is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one would be better. These might be tied. There's a Lighthouse. Light the Night. Point Bonita Lighthouse in California. And then Wicked Curves. All right, so I'm going to call that a tie. I will have shown you, what I think the comps are for these, but I assume they're fairly close. Maybe not. Maybe Yount doesn't sign very much. I don't know. So anyway, I'm not going to go through all of the chrome stuff. Just, I guess maybe the stuff that I think is neater. Tony Gwynn, Nick Kurtz. Anyway, I'll be back in a second to show them to you. All right, folks, these are hits for 2 2025 Topps Allen and Ginter boxes. We have this nasty Corbin Carroll patch to 5. We have the Sammy Sosa mem. We have a Robin Yount on-card autograph to 50. We have the Bogarts mem. We have the Rodriguez X-Fractor. Ben Rice on the filigree. Nick Kurtz on the rainbow foil. Larry David on the rainbow foil. Tony Gwynn and Bryan Cranston on the chrome. All right, folks, thanks a lot for watching. If you're new here, please click subscribe. I always appreciate liking and comment on my videos, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.